There is still yet another developing situation politically here in Nigeria. And as we continue to talk politics on the news, the acting governor of Ondo State, Lucky Ayedatiwa, has called for renewed unity for significant and accelerated development in the state as envisioned and pursued by Governor Akeredolu. Ayedatiwa made the call in a statewide broadcast to the people of the state on Thursday in Akure. The State House of Assembly on Wednesday pronounced Ayedatiwa as the acting governor of the state as Akeredolu continues to recuperate from an illness. He said that what happened in the past was a temporary delay in the democratic journey of the state, saying as a government, they have recovered. Now we go over to News Central's correspondent Bernard Akede and Franklin Oloniju, chairman of the Coalition of Civil Society Organizations in Ondo State, to look at the developments of this situation in Ondo. I do believe we have Bernard with me. Ben, how are you?
Good afternoon, Tolu.
Good afternoon. Just give us a sense of the sentiment of how people are feeling now that the deputy governor has been made the acting governor, and we know officially now that the Governor Akeredolu is on medical leave. So what's the sentiment? What's the sense of things from the people in Ondo State right now?
Okay, Ondo States have been going about their daily businesses as they should and as they have been before. But I think they are just thankful now that there is somebody who is piloting the affairs of the state in the person of the acting governor who used to be the deputy governor. There are those who are happy that the acting governor is now taking charge and hoping that, like the acting governor did say, that those months of delay, those months that they have lost, will eventually be regained with speedy activities, talking about from like September up until now. So generally the people, I want to believe, are happy and satisfied. But the political class, I think, are the ones that have the drama. There are those who feel that certain persons should be brought to book for preventing the governor from doing what he was supposed to do and taking charge or taking advantage of his ill health to pilot the affairs of the state to their own advantage. And then there are those who feel, that other things need to be done in the state. But of course, just as we had this morning, we have certain members of the Africa Action Congress (ANC) that is under the leadership of Omoyele Sowore, saying that they want the governor not just to hand over power to his deputy, but to completely resign if he is unable to pilot the affairs of the state.
All right, Ben, just hold on. I want to bring in Franklin Oloniju. He's the chairman, Coalition of Civil Society Organizations in Ondo State. Franklin, are you with me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Fantastic. Franklin, my first question to you. We've heard our correspondent talk about the sentiments of the people of the state, and seemingly it's more of the political class that might be feeling the fire of the situation and some vested interest that may have held on to having Governor Akeredolu in office while he was in some form incapacitated. In your opinion, what do you think is the major challenge that the acting governor is going to face as he tries to move the state forward from this place in time?
Well, thank you very much. I think one of the things that we're happy about is that we have somebody like your reporter said who is in charge now, and so that person can be held accountable for the governance process in the state. The challenge has always been with the political class in terms of acceptance. The acting governor definitely is facing a lot of challenge from others that want to also become governor. And so these are just political playouts. But I think one of the challenge is it needs to overcome is to build friendship, to build camaraderie, to build walls, to break down the walls, the barriers with the people, which he had done within the speech that he gave. Also, he has to also maintain the challenge. He has to also maintain upholding the virtues of Akeredolu, that the high bar that the governor has set, meeting all those things are critical for him to sustain the trust and the respect of the populace, how well he is able to handle the crisis in time of not allowing it to fester, because it's not all the people that are happy, all the political gladiators are happy with him for becoming the acting governor. So yes, these are issues that are contending. And now, presently Ondo State has not been able to get so much going during the budget process. He has to make sure that the budget is passed and the budget reflects the ideals of his, of meeting the people's needs. These are the challenges that I think he needs to face.
So I want to talk about the people now. We've heard a bit from Ben in terms of the sentiments on the streets, but what do you think the people of Ondo State are feeling? Do you think they're satisfied with the way the government has been handling this recent situation, the recent challenges even? We know that at one point President Tinubu had to step into this. It got to a point where we're looking at maybe a form of a doctrine of necessity for Ondo State as it may be. But do you think the people themselves are finally satisfied with how this situation has been handled?
It's a feeling of nostalgia. It's about not, the idea is not being satisfied, but is that the idea is about being seen, that justice has been served. Understand? So the Constitution has marked the way this process ought to have gone. That is, if a governor is not available, the deputy governor, transits into power. That is it. Why was that stalled? Why was that not done? Who are the culprits? Who did that? Those are things that we needed to, the people are asking questions and want to have answers to. And so the satisfaction that we think the people, that I think people will have is when those culpable, those complicits are identified and brought to justice, understand? So that this kind of a thing does not repeat itself, because it was unnecessary in the first place. It wasn't supposed to have happened. These are the same mandate. They are the same mandate. It is two deputy and they campaign together. So why are you stalling him? That you either want to impeach, want to disgrace, and until the people have to intervene, until protest, issue of threats were issued. So we need to understand why that happened, who were complicit. Until those people are taken care of, and then people will be satisfied.
Okay.
Justice will not be served, and the issue of forgery needs to be addressed.
Okay, I want to bring Ben back in here, and I do believe he's still with me. In terms of the situation around the budgets, because that's just something I picked up very quickly from what Franklin mentioned, and even being able to move the state forward. What are the sort of the next steps we're anticipating the acting governor taking in the coming days and weeks? All right, so I think we'll just need to wrap up on this story. But again, the conversation and situation coming out of Ondo State is one that we're also following very closely. And that means we'll continue to bring you live updates. Correspondent Bernard Akede is in Ondo, in Akure. And of course, we'll bring you all those live updates as they come in.